Greetings, everyone. This is Mustafa, your digital marketing specialist, the founder of the Digital Domination Tribe, coming back at you with another video. Just kind of wanted to freestyle a little bit and talk about some subjects off the top of my head and give you some announcements and some updates and just go where the vibe takes us, okay? So again, this is Mustafa, your digital marketing specialist, the founder of the Digital Domination Tribe. If you're not familiar with me, this is an introduction to me to you. I am a digital marketing specialist, certified, also certified in prompt engineering, AI, chat GPT, and the like. I've been online for since the late 90s. I came up through the whole internet marketing phase in late 90s, early 2000s. I made my first $40 in late 1999, and that gave me the internet marketing bite. And I made that first $40, and it showed me that there's potential on this digital landscape, that money can be made. And I made my first $40 in 2 weeks after launching a website and putting up a digital product, and I couldn't believe it. And from that, I went into other things. I kept selling digital products. I sold my own ebook in the summer of 2000. I did drop shipping. I did. There was a website called ThemeStream in the early 2000s where they paid you to write articles. So I did paid blogging. I've sold my own products. I've been supported through donations, things like that. I've been monetized on two platforms: YouTube back when it was starting its monetization program, and recently been monetized by Facebook as of last year, and they've paid me every month faithfully since the spring of 2024, and that's definitely a joy. I've sold books and sell books through Amazon, through the Kindle store as well. Excuse me, sorry about that. I provide services as a digital marketer, straight digital marketing, social media marketing, content creation and marketing, consulting. So over these 25 years, I have just really been a part of this digital landscape and have made income. Haven't become a millionaire. I haven't become a six-figure earner. Disclaimer, I'm not going to, fake it with you and, oh yeah, since I got on the internet, I'm six-figure, made a million 1 year, and all these fake claims and stuff to boost me up to make me look like some kind of guru in your eyes. I'm just a regular guy who figured out a way 25 years ago that it's real. You can put up something, you can present yourself, you can provide a service, and you can make money. And that's what I have done and done and done and done, and I continue to do. And in this period of time, I would like to kick it up a notch so that I can grow into that great echelon of people who may make six figures, that people who may make a million or millions online. I would like to attain and reach that, no doubt about that. But I also would like for you to reach that as well. But you know as well as I that you have to crawl before you walk. You have to take that first step before you walk. You have to walk before you run. You have to walk and run before you can fly. So don't think about the millions or the six figures. Just focus on trying to make your first $25. Just try to focus on making your first $10. Just try to focus on making your first 50 to 100, then making 1,000, and then just gradually building yourself up. And once you make your first dollar, and I don't mean literal $1, but once you make some money online and you convince your own self that it is real and it can happen and the possibility is there, then it's going to really feed the hunger in you. And once you make dollars, you're going to want to make more dollars. And it's just going to be a compound process where, you made $10. So you're like, if I made 10, I can make 20. If I can make 20, I can make 50. If I can make 50, I can make 100. If I can make 100, I can make 500. and it just goes on, and you just build yourself degree by degree. So that's how it has happened for me, and that's how, sometimes it has to happen for you. Don't focus on six figures, a million. Just focus on next week, next month, within 6 months. I want to figure out a way, and there's many ways to do it, but figure out your way that works for you, and just focus on making that first few dollars to prove the concept is true to you. And then from there, tweak your process so that you can double what you just did, triple what you just did, quadruple what you just did, and then refine your process over and over and over till you reach the desired monetary objective that you have sought or that you seek. So that's just a little bit of my background and history, and just a little bit of a motivational message for you if you're out there. It's not all about money, but at the end of the day, the internet and digital marketing and the digital landscape does provide avenues where creative people that desire it, can make a buck and make some bucks online. So that's very real. And with saying that, as I said, I was monetized on Facebook a year ago. My first paycheck on Facebook was $30. It wasn't nothing to write home about, but again, it proved the concept and the possibility that just by posting content on Facebook, these folks gave me $30, and I wasn't even trying. I didn't even know I was monetized. And then I went from $30 to 150, and then I went from 150 to I think it was 480ish, and then I went to a stack and just went up and up and up. But in the past year of me being monetized by Facebook, they have made some changes to how they pay out content creators like myself. And last year, the summer of 2024, I was reaching over 4 million people. And I have screenshots and receipts to prove that. I was reaching 4 million people last summer. This same time last summer, I was reaching over 4 million people. And the engagement was off the chain on one of my pages. And Facebook was paying me handsomely because of that. And then I had my buy me a coffee link where people could donate to me, and people were donating to me. People was buying my merch. I was selling some merch at the time. People was buying other products I was having at the time. I was having a field day, making money online through Facebook last year. But they have made some maybe algorithmic changes, and the terms and conditions of what qualifies and how they pay, because I was making 4 million last year. I just hit like a million viewers as of like in the past 2 weeks. And full disclaimer, I've only made $38 in the whole month of July, when last year this time I was making that in a day. A few hours I was making that kind of money. That was chump change. But no complaints. I take that money because that $38. It's still a few days left in July. It's just the 18th, so I still got 12 days to grind. But I'm not gonna make $2,000 this month off Facebook. I don't think, unless I just really take off these last 12 days. But I don't think I'm gonna make $2,000. I don't think I'm gonna make $1,000 this month. If I crack 100, that may be a miracle. But no complaints, because $38 just for me posting content. I didn't go out there and sweat. I didn't go out and lift, nothing heavy. I didn't have to wake up and go nowhere. It's just, it's an extra $38. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna flip that into some. I'm gonna boost some posts. I'm gonna advertise. I'm gonna, push my platform out there further. So I'm gonna use that. That's flip money right there. I'm not gonna go take that and go buy a steak. I'm gonna go flip that and see how I can get more reach for myself, and get more money for myself. So, no complaints. I would like to get those $1,000 days and $2,000 days again, but I take every little blessing and every little step and every little win. And if it end up being $50 for the month or 75, I'm gonna take it. And I'm gonna do some advertisement. I'm gonna be blowing up my products and my services and myself, and we just gonna make that thing happen. So I didn't have a topic in mind, but I just wanted to freestyle off the top of my head and talk about some things. With that being said, just the point I wanted to get to on that. With that being said, the point I wanted to get to is, okay, Facebook monetized me last year, but at their own discretion, look what they did. They changed their rules. They changed their payouts. So what may have paid me $1,000 or $2,000 last year, now at the middle of the month, little past the middle of the month, I've only made $38. In this high income in society and world, what am I gonna pay with $38? I'm not gonna pay my light bill with $38. My rent and mortgage ain't gonna pay for $38. Car note ain't gonna pay. I can barely fill my tank of gas up 3/4 of the way with $38. I can't pay my phone bill with $38. I can't go on a nice trip or take a night out with $38. I can't go take a plane trip to a nice location for $38. Yeah, like I don't even know. Can you buy jeans nowadays for $38? Can you buy a shirt for $38? $38 just ain't gonna do much. So social media monetization, what I'm getting to, is great. I have friends that their bread and butter is YouTube. They make a lot of money on YouTube. But I also have friends and associates that have been demonetized by YouTube and Facebook, who were making bucks and making money, and then for whatever reason, quote unquote, they violated the community standards. They violated the community standards. That was the excuse. And their accounts were suspended. Their monetization was paused. And now they're not making no money. And, what if you had really got good with monetization and you was making, say $5,000, $10,000 a month, and you stepped away from your job because you thought, boom, I hit it. I got it, man. I don't need no job no more. I'm going to live off this monetization. And then for whatever reason, at their discretion, boom, flatline. They cut you off. And you quit your job, and now you may have some savings saved up that can take you a little way, but this is your bread and butter, and now it's gone. So monetization is good. I'm a living witness. It can happen. It's real, but I don't think you can depend on that, because again, you're still hoping that somebody turns on the light switch. You're hoping that somebody still deems you acceptable to be in their program, that they will pay you the next month. Your bills ain't gonna stop if you get demonetized. Your bills not gonna stop if you got banned or blocked on one of these social media platforms that were paying you. Your bills gonna still be coming. You can't tell your rent man or your mortgage man, I got demonetized, I ain't got it this month. You can't tell the light bill man, I got demonetized, I ain't got it. You know what I'm saying? So they're cool, but I think you got to have something else that you control. Whether that's a digital product, whether that's a service that you provide, whether that's consulting that you're doing, whether you got an Etsy store, or you got a merch store that you got going, whether you got some Kindle books, you got a digital product, you got a course, you got to have something else to be your plan B or even your plan A, and make social media your plan B. So that if worse come to worse and you get demonetized or you get clipped, that you were not so dependent on that as a source of your income that it shuts your operations down. If you have other things going and they're producing income for you, and you lose your monetization by chance, you get banned on one of these platforms, or you get shadow banned on one of these platforms, it may hurt. You might like, damn, that was some nice chunk of change coming in, but it doesn't totally shut your show down, because you already built other things that are feeding you and taking care of you. So that's just my only little humble suggestion, is aim for monetization, but don't put all your eggs in one basket on that monetization, man. Because I've seen it. I'm a living witness of it. That it can be an up and down thing. Even if you don't get demonetized, even if you don't get banned, they change the algorithm rules all the time. I don't know when, where, and how, but they change those rules all the time. And if anybody that's listening to me that does any type of serious social media marketing, you really do that thing, you can bear witness that there have been times where you've done you built a following, you got good engagement, and you're doing what you always done to produce results, and then one day for no reason your engagement drops. People not liking, people not commenting, people not seeing your content no more. It just happened overnight because the algorithm rules changed. And if people are not seeing, people are not engaging, people not, being a part, then that affects your income. So it don't always have to be you get demonetized or you get banned. They can change the rules of the algorithm, and that can slow your income and your reach to a crawl. So don't put all your eggs in the basket of that monetization. It's really really good. It's just I love it that what I normally do anyway, create content on social media, it now pays me. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. But I have other things in place and I'm planning other things that regardless of the ups and downs, whether I have a $2,000 month on Facebook, a $5,000 month on Facebook, or I have a $38 month on Facebook like I'm having right now, when I got other things set up, that's just my gravy. And if I don't, if my gravy cuts off, I still got mashed potatoes to eat. I just won't have the gravy on my mashed potatoes. You get what I'm saying? So that's another thing I just wanted to talk about in this freestyle conversation. Social media monetization and just not depending on all that. Always have something that you're in control of. If you have a store selling merch, you control that. If you have a course, you control that. If you are a service provider or you're doing consulting, you control that. If you have a dedicated e-commerce store that you control and you set up on your own platform, you control that. So that's all I'm saying, that you don't have to choose one or the other. You can do all of it, but it's better to have something that you control. So that's one more thing. Um, I'm putting the finishing touches on my digital domination starter guide. If I edit this video, I may put a picture of it up, or I may put a picture of it up, or I may just have to announce it another kind of way through this means. But I put together so far a digital guide, which is the Digital Domination Starter Guide, for those that are interested in being a part of the Digital Domination Tribe. There's no cost to join the Digital Domination Tribe. It's not a hierarchy or, I'm Lord and Master of the Digital Domination Tribe. Even though I'm the founder of the Digital Domination Tribe, I'm the as of right now, I'm the dominant voice and thought leader of the Digital Domination Tribe, but it doesn't have future plans to be that way. It's a tribe. It's about all of us coming together, feeding and sharing from one another, helping one another, growing with one another, and being a tribe that in our own lane, we go out to dominate this digital landscape. And we come back and we share wins, we share losses, we share winning strategies. And this is something that I'm putting together and would like to grow so that there's a place of identification and a place of growth and development for those that are interested in dominating on the digital landscape. So that book is coming. It's a digital download. It's not the biggest book, but it gives you a starter guide to the principles, the manifesto, the steps, the ways of how we function as the Digital Domination Tribe. And I would like you to be a part of the Digital Domination Tribe. If you have a heart and a mind that you like what I'm saying, and you want to be on these digital streets and in this digital landscape and be a dominator, meaning you dominate, you make it, you make things happen, you win. That's what we're about. We're about winning on this digital landscape. And we want to put all of our collective hands together so we can win together. Because my mind knows a lot, my hands can do a lot, but there's limitations to how much I know, and there's limitations to what my hands can do. But if I link up with just one more person, and put their mind with my mind, their experiences, their knowledge, their growth with mine, now we got two minds and double the mind power. Put their hands with my hands, now we got four hands working towards something. See how much growth and development we just did just by adding one more person to the tribe? Imagine if we added 8 more people. Now we got 10 people to the tribe with all of their minds, all of their experiences, all of their knowledge, all of their growth, all of their hands, all of their abilities, all of their experience, all coming together and working together. That's the Digital Domination Tribe. That's what we're about. We're going to dominate and be a digital domination tribe together. So this is Mustafa, your digital marketing specialist, the founder of the Digital Domination Tribe. Again, thank you for checking out this video. Just me rambling and just talking about a few things. Got off 3 good points, I think. Talking about, making a mark financially on the digital landscape online, on the internet. Monetization on Facebook or social media, and the Digital Domination Tribe starter guide will be coming soon, either the end of this month, or we'll launch it right on August the 1st. That first period of August, we'll go ahead and launch that thing. So again, this is Mustafa, your digital marketing specialist. Check me out at Digital Marketing with Mustafa. That's Digital Marketing with Mustafa. That's my website, my one-stop shop that will connect you to all things Mustafa, my blog, my podcast, my YouTube videos, my ebooks, my digital downloads, my cheat sheets. You can email and connect with me there. You can take out a consulting package and talk to me one-on-one, where we can discuss your problem and figure out a solution to it. I do, in limited cases, provide digital marketing services. So, but it's our first come, first serve for the month. I can only manage so many clients, but I do provide digital marketing services as well. And I'll be happy to look at your situation and see where I can step in and provide some digital marketing services. So, this is Mustafa. Check me out at digitalmarketingwithmustafa.com. That'll connect you with me, and you can learn more about me. And I'll see you on another video. Peace.